Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth. It is Wednesday, May 10th, and I got sort of backed up in my WLS inspiration videos. I was going to make one every day for 2 weeks, and life got in the way of that a little bit. So I want to make one final one where I just kind of hit on a bunch of people that I didn't hit on already. And then I will take a look at all the videos. I will come up with 3, and then we can vote on them, and the winner will get a prize. So if you made a WLS inspiration video and I did not comment on it, I did not message you, I did not mention it on a YouTube video, please let me know you made it and send the link. You can put it in the comments. Well, you don't have to send the link. Just put it in the comments or get in touch with me and let me know so I can make sure that I saw all of them, because I have not been able to watch a lot of videos in the last week or so. But so anyway, here's my last one, and I'm sure I'm going to forget people now, but there were some particular people that I wanted to recognize. So Losing It For Me 42, in her WLS inspiration video where she said that I was her inspiration, which was very sweet. She talked about the idea of not really seeing herself reflected in other YouTube weight loss surgery vloggers, because she was a little older, she was at a heavier weight, and that was my experience as well. So there were 2 people who I followed early on who were really, really crucial in terms of giving me inspiration and perspective. One of those was I Heart Lace RNY, Lacey. I don't think her videos are online anymore, but she was a really huge inspiration to me. She was at a higher weight. She was much younger than I was, but there was just something about her personality. We have a similar career, but there was something about her joyfulness and happiness as her life started to change that was really inspiring to me. So I want to recognize Lacey, even though I don't know that she even watches videos anymore. But Lacey, you were a huge inspiration to me. And I've had the pleasure of meeting both of these ladies multiple times. And the other one I've talked about a lot, Less of Sarah. If you don't know her, I'm making this in the car and I'll probably upload it on the road. So later I will go back and put in some links. But Less of Sarah was heavier than I was when she started this journey. And she also had VSG, which I don't think is that common for people at this high of a weight. Maybe it is more so now, but when she had surgery, which was probably at least a year or a year and a half before me, and when I had surgery, which was 3 years ago, I think generally if you were over 400 pounds, unless they were planning on giving you a DS at some point, you got RMY. But Sarah also had VSG, and what I loved about Sarah's videos were a few things. One, she was super consistent in making videos, and for a long time I was able, even when I was past the year mark, I was able to go back and watch her video at the week that I was at that particular moment. And that's really helpful to see. In the beginning you want to see what's ahead of you, but as you get further out, you kind of want to see what people were going through at the same point you are, because it gives you some perspective. So for a very long time I was able to do that with Sarah's videos. She stopped making videos probably maybe 2 years ago or so, but I did do an episode of The Naked Truth with her, which I will also post below, and I'm pretty sure her videos are still online, so I will also link to her channel. But the other thing that I loved about Sarah was that, like me, she was pretty introspective about her process, and I think the further out you continue to make videos after weight loss surgery, sort of the more introspective that you have to get, because it's not about the mechanics of what you're eating so much anymore as it is about the changes that are happening in your life. So Sarah was hugely important to me and so many people in the weight loss surgery community. So I just want to recognize her and let her know that I personally miss the hell out of her. Okay, a couple other people who are on the higher weight side of the scale. These are both people that I actually knew before I had weight loss surgery. VS Jenny, who makes videos, she lives in Australia now, and Donnie, who is on Facebook with some people, but I do not, she doesn't make videos, but I don't know that she's super connected within the weight loss surgery community, although I do think she follows some people. So Jenny and Donnie I knew from the fat acceptance kind of movement that I played around in for about 5 minutes. It never really totally resonated with me, but it was nice to know that there were men out there who were attracted to me at that weight. So I met them through a online forum, and then actually I've never met Jenny in person. I feel like I have, but I haven't. Donnie I did meet in person once. She lives in England now with her husband. So both of these ladies have moved from the U.S. to another country for their husbands. But both of them were, I'm pretty sure, in excess of 500 pounds. Donnie had weight loss surgery before me, and she actually had the sleeve and DS. They have both been incredibly successful and look amazing, but they were very embedded in this fat acceptance community, and have husbands who met them through that community. And I am just so inspired by their courage to go against what their whole peer group and social group sort of was saying to create a healthier life for themselves. Because in that community, weight loss surgery was the big no-no, and there were all these reasons why people shouldn't have it and whatever. But surprisingly, every single person I know from that community has been hugely supportive of me and my weight loss. But I can just see how difficult that probably was for Jenny and Donnie. And so I love having people that I knew before who I also know now, and I'm just so proud of them for the changes that they have made in their life. I mean, it tears me up every time I see a picture of Donnie, and I love that Jenny is pregnant now, expecting her first baby, which was, I think, one of the primary reasons that she got surgery, was so that she could have a baby with her lovely husband. They both have wonderful husbands who are loving and supportive of them, both before and after weight loss, and they are just always huge inspirations to me. I wanted to say, I forgot one person I probably forgot more than one person, but one person stuck out after I made the video that I missed in the video I made about the people in my life who have supported me and made me feel loved and deserving, which are so many of all of you, but I guess I'm touching on the people who are closer to me personally, or who I've met in person. Not that you guys aren't close to me personally, but you know what I mean, that I've met in person, that I've hung out with, that I have, extended conversations with off of YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So the person that I forgot was Scotty, RNY. I met him when I was in New Hampshire. He drove several hours, and I drove several hours to meet him. And he was really supportive to me during that particular week, which was a train wreck. But also throughout, he is always checking in and letting me know that he's there if I need support. And so I really do appreciate that, Scotty, which leads me to all the other guys in the community. There are so few of you who are making videos. I'm sure there's a lot now that I don't know about, but the ones who have been in the community, it just inspires me that you've done that. I know it's harder for men to be a little more vulnerable about this journey and put it all out there, but people like Scotty and Gastric Tiger and Fat Kingsville and who are the other guys? Why can't I think of the guys right now? Al, VSG Al. Kevin Mahoney, who's done videos with Jen. I don't know, I'm sure there's other guys that I'm not thinking of. Brad Chalker. But just guys who have made videos. I think it's important because I think there are men out there who want to see what this experience is like for other men. So I appreciate it. It inspires me that you guys have videoed at least some of your journey and shared that with all of us. From a physical fitness perspective, I want to say that there are two people who always inspire me in this area with their consistency, and one of those is Pete Sleeve Rocker, who works out like, and he's somebody who made videos, a guy that made videos, okay. Pete Sleeve Rocker, he doesn't really make videos anymore, but he, is the fitness guru around here, and has always inspired me and motivated to continue my work in that area. Takesha, Positive Girl Gets Fit, I absolutely love. She doesn't make a lot of videos anymore, but she posts on Instagram all the time her fitness, and I just love it. I love her positivity. I met her briefly in Nashville last year, and she is just she is tiny bundle of love and joy and energy, and I love her like little dance videos that she posts on Instagram. So Takesha, I want to recognize you. I want to recognize Spring Bishop. Spring lives in New York, and she has just, I met her in person when I was in New York in September, and she has just been through a lot, and she continues to persevere, and she looks great, and I had one of the weirdest nights of my life with her. But anyway, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe it was one of the weirdest nights. It was a weird night. So I want to give her a shout out. I also want to give a shout out to Nirvana. Nirvana just keeps on keeping on. I also had the pleasure of meeting her maybe like a year ago, something like that. And she is as smart and funny, but a little bit more subdued in real life than she is on video. But she also just kind of keeps on keeping on, and I know it has to be such a huge struggle to have been in this process for so long and to still want to go further. And so sending my love to Nirvana. Was that it? You know what? I'm sure I've forgotten other people, but I just wanted to get out a bunch of people that I thought of. If I think of more people, I may. I reserve the right to do another video because, hello, it's my channel. I can do what I want, right? And just, you know what? Really, all of you guys inspire me to some degree or another. I was just watching Joe B. I can never remember her name because it's too long. Joe B. Red Funny Girl or something. Her video from this morning, where she talks about all her dreams and how weight loss surgery has inspired her to know that she can do these things. And I have a gazillion % faith in her to do that. But you know, I needed to hear that today too. So, you know, I am always constantly being inspired by you guys with your comments, with your videos, everything. So I just feel this morning I was reflecting on once, like probably more than 20 years ago, because it was before I had my son. So like maybe 25 years ago, I wrote out this list of 100 things that I wanted in my life, and I'd like to find that list, but I can remember a lot of them. And you know what? I have those things today. I have things that I never dreamed were possible for me. And today, I do like a gratitude practice every morning. I was focusing all those things that I have that I thought I would never have. Anything is possible. I mean, it really and truly is. That I can be sitting here having lost 200 pounds. It's a fucking miracle. All of these things in my life that have happened, that I said I wanted. I set an intention that these are the things I want in my life. And, you know, and I would bet if I went back and looked at that list, I have or have done 80% of the things on that list. And I mean, some of them were easier things, but some of them were huge, like losing weight, like feeling, you know, beautiful and sexy as a woman, like having a house and a life that was filled with love and laughter, like working from home. I didn't work from home at that time. I've been doing that for, you know, the past 12 years. Like traveling internationally, like having a home that truly makes me feel happy and at peace, being close to the beach. I mean, there are just so many things that I put out there 25 years ago, and I bet that's maybe the difference in age of Joe and I. So write them all down, Joe. You will do them. So anyway, you guys are always inspiring me and loving me and holding me up, and I love you. All right, have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.